There's a list, not of gifts or of guests for the Christmas table, but a list written in the mind of a king, a man facing his first festive season as monarch under the shadow of his own mortality. A list of reconciliations, of settled scores, of loose ends to be tied before it's too late. And according to multiple royal insiders speaking in confidence to Royal Report 24/7, at the very top of that list are two names he has spent a lifetime keeping at a careful, formal distance. His nieces, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. We are told that in the quiet, firelit rooms of Buckingham Palace, King Charles III has expressed a final, urgent wish concerning the daughters of his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, a wish that has sent shockwaves of confusion, hope, and deep-seated tension through the very heart of the firm. This is not about a title or a tiara. It is about something far more fragile: legacy, forgiveness, and the rewriting of a family's painful history in what might be its final chapter. Before we uncover the delicate details of this reported royal directive and why it threatens to destabilize the careful order Prince William has fought to build, you need to be part of our confidential circle. Subscribe to Royal Report 24/7 and hit the like button right now. This story is evolving by the hour, and what we reveal next will change how you see the monarchy's fragile future. To understand the seismic nature of this, we must first step back into the chill of the 1990s. The War of the Waleses. Charles and Diana, locked in a battle of betrayals played out on the global stage. And in the eye of that hurricane were two little girls, Beatrice and Eugenie. Their father, Prince Andrew, was seen as the Queen's favorite, but their mother, Sarah Ferguson, was Diana's closest ally and confidant. Sarah was the one who commiserated with Diana, who was pictured with her in the tabloids, laughing while Charles's reputation crumbled. From that moment, a frost settled between Charles and the York family, a frost that never truly thawed. The girls, though beloved by the Queen, have always occupied a strange, peripheral space, royal by blood, but never by purpose. They have no official roles, receive no sovereign grant, and have built their lives largely outside the system their cousins William and Harry were born to lead. Now, fast forward to the present. A new king, facing two relentless pressures: his own cancer treatment and the inescapable ghost of his late brother, Prince Andrew. Andrew's fall from grace is the monarchy's greatest open wound. He is a non-person, banished from view, a toxic asset. But his daughters are not. They're the innocents in his catastrophe, yet they bear the surname and the stigma. And here, sources say, lies the seed of the king's reported final wish. He is said to believe, passionately, that the sins of the father must not forever condemn the daughters. That in the twilight of his life and reign, a gesture must be made to bring them in from the cold. Not for Andrew's sake, but for the sake of family unity and for the memory of his own mother, who doted on them. This, of course, is where the story collides with an immovable object, the Prince of Wales. William's vision for the monarchy is famously streamlined, disciplined, and built around a tight, impeccable core. He has watched the dramas caused by part-time royals and those with one foot in the institution and one in the commercial world. The idea of elevating his cousins, who have successful private careers and who are married to men with complex business ties, is said to be anathema to him. A source close to the Wales household put it bluntly. The prince's view is that the institution cannot afford any more ambiguity. You are in or you are out. Beatrice and Eugenie are cherished family, but they are not part of the official institution. Blurring those lines again, after everything, is seen as a profound risk. There is also the unspoken, delicate matter of their father. Any elevation of the York sisters is seen, in William's camp, as a potential backdoor for Andrew's influence, or at the very least, a signal that the gravity of his exile is softening. And then, we must consider the other women in the story, the Queen and the Princess of Wales. Insiders suggest Camilla is playing a cautious, diplomatic role. Having navigated her own journey from outsider to Queen consort, she reportedly understands the king's desire for reconciliation, but is keenly aware of William's concerns. Her influence is said to be one of gentle mediation, urging a slow, measured approach. The Princess of Wales, however, occupies a more poignant position. Catherine has built a warm, sisterly relationship with Beatrice and Eugenie, a bond solidified during the dark days of the Queen's funeral and the coronation, where they provided quiet, loyal support. She is said to be personally sympathetic to their situation, but her loyalty is, first and foremost, to her husband and his vision for the future crown. She is the silent pivot point in this family drama, feeling the pull from both sides. But what are the wider implications? If this wish is granted, it rewrites the rulebook. It creates a new, hybrid category of royal, the family royal, which immediately raises questions about the Sussexes. If Beatrice and Eugenie, daughters of a disgraced prince, are brought closer, what argument remains for keeping Harry's children, the grandchildren of a sovereign, at such a formal distance? It could inadvertently force the door open for a broader, more chaotic reintegration that William fears above all else. Furthermore, it challenges the very principle of the slimmed-down monarchy, suggesting it is not an iron law, but a flexible tool to be used at the king's discretion. We are left, then, with a king in the autumn of his life, driven by a desire for familial peace, facing an heir in the spring of his, driven by a need for institutional survival. It is a classic Shakespearean clash of heartfelt legacy versus hard-headed legacy. The clock is ticking, not just the clock on a mantle, but the clock on Charles's reign and on his health. His final wish is a bombshell wrapped in a gesture of love. Will William accept it as a necessary balm for past hurts? Or will he see it as a dangerous compromise that undermines everything he is preparing to protect? The halls of Buckingham Palace are echoing with this silent, profound debate. A decision is being made that will define the Christmas spirit and the future shape of the House of Windsor. Will it be a Christmas of reconciliation, or a Christmas where the old fractures are laid bare once more? This is the kind of layered, insider story we live for at Royal Report 24/7, where a single whispered wish can unravel decades of protocol and power struggles. We are here to connect these intimate family tensions to the grand destiny of the crown. If this glimpse into the king's most private deliberations has held you, then you cannot afford to miss the moment the decision becomes clear. Share your thoughts on this historic dilemma in the comments. Hit the like button to support our channel's growth, and most importantly, subscribe to Royal Report 24/7 and turn on notifications. Because when the royal family gathers for that first Christmas photo, the placement of every person will tell a story, and we will be here ready to decode it for you. Until then,